Morning everyone, we've just arrived in...
Olden!
That's in Norway, by the way.
We've had a beautiful cruise up the fjords this morning, haven't we? It was really misty this morning and we thought, oh, we're not going to see very much at all. And suddenly it cleared, we've had the sun out and we've filmed some of the scenery. So we'll put some clips in after we've done this little bit, won't we?
Yeah, you have the journey of us going up the fjord, but we'll make it a bit faster than it actually taken, because I'm pretty sure you don't want to watch it for like 25 minutes.
No. But we've had a typical Mrs. Wilkinson mishap this morning. Mm-hmm. So please excuse half wet, fraction dry hair.
She put her hairdryer in the socket while the kettle was going, and we seem to have blown our electrics in our cabin. So that's going to be an interesting one when we see phone reception or go down and see reception.
I am definitely going to say that he did it, not me. We don't, and I just for our viewers, you will begin to recognise as we upload more vlogs of our trips. We never go without an incident.
Nope.
And it normally involves, and normally, it's the blame. So we will let you know how we get on, because at the moment, not one plug socket works. The light in the bathroom won't work.
No. So I've just had to use the bathroom in the dark.
Oh dear.
Not happy.
Luckily we can charge some of our equipment in our relative's cabin next door, but yeah, I'm going to have to phone reception in a minute
and explain.
And I'm thinking, do I ring reception or do I just leave it and let the steward? I don't know. Maybe ring reception.
Yeah. Anyway, we will see you soon and we'll vlog what we do today.
See you soon.
See you soon.
A top tip is to turn on the ship's camera so you can actually look at the amazing scenery as you sail into Olden. It really is stunning. Where do we go from here? 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 We finally arrived in Olden, and as you can see, the coaches for excursions are literally just as you walk off the ship. If you haven't booked an excursion, there are plenty of vendors just outside, as you can see them, for you to use. The area outside the ship is flat and easily accessible for anyone in a wheelchair to use.
Hey guys, we're on our first goose trip. We're just waiting to go off.
This is called the Beauty of Fjord, I think.
Yep, that's right. A very easy process to get on. So we'll take you along for this and we'll see what. Hopefully you enjoy it. Same as us. See you soon.
The coach was easily accessible for anybody in a wheelchair or with a rollator. There were ample seats, really wide, and ramps to help you get onto the coach itself. Sit back and enjoy the scenery. It is breathtaking. Where do we go from here? 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 look into the water, you will see yellow stuff on the top. This is actually sap from the trees and is normally found in June, so it clearly shows how warm it has been to be seen that early. Olden is around 700 kilometres south of the Arctic Circle and about 80 miles from Lillehammer.
So guys, we're at our first stop, which is the Nord Fjord Hotel. Excuse my pronunciation. Very nice coach drive here. It is very, very nice. You get coffee and a selection of cakes. It's very nice. It's all a part of your tour. And if you just look at this scenery behind me, look at that. Imagine waking up every morning to that. Just look at it. It is fantastic. And we're so lucky with the weather today. It is warm. As you can see, I'm just in our lightweight jumper. This is beautiful. Switch around. And that's where we've stopped. Our first stop. Very good so far. I'll switch around and take you inside.
The hotel itself was easily accessible for anybody. It had wide doors and disabled toilets were on the same ground floor as the main restaurant. A perfect excursion for anybody with reduced mobility or access needs.
That's where you get your tea and coffees from. There's cakes in the middle. As you can see, plenty of options for cake. And your tea and coffee facilities. This is all part of your package. Plenty of restaurant space to sit in. Easy access as well. So, as you can see, plenty of spaces. There's Mrs. Wilkinson.
After coffee and cake, we headed up into the mountains. The views just kept coming and coming. You didn't know which window to look at. You could be mistaken for thinking you were anywhere. Norway is a country that everyone must come and visit. Along the route, there are various stops for you to climb down and take photos of the picturesque viewpoints. We have enclosed some photos to show you just some of the scenery that we managed to witness on this amazing excursion. This is the Loen Sky Lift, a really popular excursion for people when they visit Olden. We took one final photograph in Olden before setting back on the boat and sailing away. What stunning scenery we had!
Olden was really interesting, really great. The coach trip that we booked was pretty good. The whole trip was fantastic, very easy to get on. The buses were quite close, but very easy to get to if you're in a wheelchair or have walking disabilities, because it's all flat all the way. You can see in the background just slightly there Mrs. Wilkinson in bed. You can see the reflection off the window, so I'll just go this way. Now you can see the reflection of me, or the back of my head anyway. Yeah, I would recommend that coach trip to anyone, because as you'll see in the vlog, there's plenty of video and stills of the stunning views you actually get. For the price, it was reasonable, because you stop off after about an hour, you get some tea or coffee and some cakes in a nice hotel sort of restaurant. That was a nice sort of stop. We were there for about 40 minutes. It gives you enough time to have a cup of coffee, have your cake, go to the loo if you need it, and have a quick look around outside, because where the hotel was, very stunning, but you're also in the middle of one of their sort of like towns. So, but imagine that view every day is what you come out to work. Fantastic. But I'm gonna sign it off now. That's our Olden trip done.
The next morning we arrived in Flam. Trav and our companion were headed off onto the world's most scenic railway. I decided to stay on the ship and explore and chill out on the balcony and enjoy the wonderful scenery all around me. One of the excursions that you can book, these are the rib boat tours that take you up the fjord. And I'm just going to see if I can just watch them a little bit. They're obviously going quite slow at the moment, but I'm sure as they clear the boat and head further up the fjord, you will definitely have some fun and excitement on those. Brilliant day today. It's clear, a little bit overcast. It's got a bit of a chill in the air, but it's not raining. just need suitable clothing. How amazing to sit here on the balcony and just watch these go past. The main excursion in Flam is probably the railway, and it's known as the world's most scenic railway journey. So Trev is currently on the railway journey. So this is another excursion that you can book in Flam. And you can see it has ramps all the way up to the top of the boat. How cool is that? Brilliant for wheelchair access for people with mobility issues. Brilliant. I've never seen a boat like that. Absolutely great. So you can either sit inside, from what I can see, or you can go and stand on the top. I can't see many seats on the top, but I may be mistaken. Absolutely cool. I would imagine most people will actually be sitting inside because it is just a slight chill. And when you move in, I'd imagine that's probably a bit too much. But you can see it's going to travel all up the fjord, and this is known as the King of Fjords. You can't fathom the size of those mountains.
Nope.
They make people look like matchstick people, and the buildings look like wooden buildings you'd have on a model set. You cannot fathom the height. You are literally surrounded by giants. And as you can see down below, this is the line we were talking about. So if you've booked a train from Flam, which most people book, what they don't explain is that you are kept in a line outside the port once you're off the ship, and you're held there for at least
15-20 minutes.
Okay, so there are a few benches dotted around, but you're still going to stand even in whatever the weather. You then have a brisk 5-10 minute walk.
Yeah, to the train station.
To the train
which you can see in the
station,
distance.
which you can see just in the distance, and it's at a brisk walk to keep up with the people in the queue. So if you have walking difficulties or struggled with fast-paced walking, or even a walker, which a member of our party did, they found that really difficult. That was quite strenuous, and this is supposed to be a low mobility activity. So I think this setup of standing in queue for 15-20 minutes, half an hour, and then having to briskly walk isn't thinking about those people. So I think just be mindful, if you want to book this, that this is one of the drawbacks from it. The journey itself is brilliant and scenic and amazing, you know, you will see some brilliant sights, but to get on it is a bit of a challenge. Now Trev, you were on the train today. Talk about the difficulties you had with the steps, etc.
Well, the steps were a bit of a challenge because you get to the train and then there is a ramp, but it only goes halfway up. So then you have still got, I would say, a good 6 or 7 inch like step, really steep to get up, which I had a person with a walker and they struggled to get up. So, and wheelchair access, you need at least another person, you need 2 people. Luckily I saw someone in a wheelchair and they did, like, you know, another person just helped the lady get him down, so, which was nice, but there wasn't nothing catered for it apart from these ramps, which I say were you couldn't just wheel straight on. So just bear that in mind, guys.
And Trev's just going to pan you now around. He's going to take you just further along where we're standing on the balcony for you to see the line of people, and you will see from this line of people they're waiting for the train. and this is the line you will stand in. So he's gonna pan it down and then just stand at the end, and he's gonna try and show you just a little bit where you have to sort of walk around the boardwalk quite quickly.
Yeah.
So Trev's gonna take you on a little journey now.
Here we go. So, as you can see from where I've just been doing, there's a little security gate. You stand there, and then you get taken down the little pathway, across the little boardwalk, and it's just up to the train station. It is about a 5-minute walk, but when you've got someone who struggles to walk fast or in mobility, trying to keep up with the herd is quite difficult for them, and it is just a little bit too much, because you're literally like forced to. You've got to get there. So bear that in mind, guys. But the actual trip was fantastic, and I recommend the trip. Definitely recommend the trip. You see some beautiful sights, lots of snow, information about the area as you're going up as well. It is really good, but just bear that in mind, because it's supposed to be low activity, and you don't, just that first bit, getting on and off the train is quite hard for someone who struggles with mobility. So bear that in mind, guys.
Sit back, grab a drink, and enjoy some of the scenery on the world's most scenic railway in Flam. Enjoy. Along the route, you will stop once at the famous waterfalls. What a viewpoint that is.
As you can see in a second, when I walk back to the train, there has been some very steep steps. Unfortunately, they don't get the ramps out at this stop, because it's only about a 10-minute stop just to take photos and video of the waterfall. Unfortunately, the companion with us, he had to stay on the train as he couldn't get down and out of the doors quick enough. This stop is not accessible if you're in a wheelchair, because you just haven't got the time to get on and off. They don't put the ramps out. It's an unfortunate thing, but it needs to be addressed, I think, at some point, because I jumped off the train and got a picture. Literally, as you can see, I'm on and off within 2 minutes.
guys, unfortunately, that is the end of our Norwegian adventure. We hope you've enjoyed it just as much as we enjoyed filming it for you. We had such a good time and we're definitely going to go on another cruise again. We really hope that you would join in our next adventure, as we've been busy filming the new vlog series, which starts next Friday. Keep tuned on our social media for updates, as we will definitely let you know where we might be going next. Trev and I have really enjoyed the amount of support we have received from you all. It's taken our breath away, it really has. So with a huge thanks, guys, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It's free. It just helps grow our channel a little bit. Above all, enjoy the rest of Norway, and we'll see you guys next week on Friday for our new vlog series. Keep on wandering.
Keep on wandering out there, guys. This has been fun. See you soon.
Bye.